Marvel fans, I don't think anyone expected history to be rewritten this quickly. Spider-Man. Brand New Day has officially shattered one of the biggest box office records ever set in Hollywood. According to multiple industry reports, the film earned an incredible $72 million from Thursday previews, breaking the long-standing preview record held by Avengers, Endgame. But that's only the beginning. Industry estimates now show that the movie is headed for a staggering $167 to $170 million domestic opening day, making it the biggest opening day in North American box office history, surpassing Avengers, Endgame's previous record. That is a milestone many believe would stand for years, if not decades. Before we continue, if you enjoy movie news, Marvel update, and honest entertainment analysis, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. We cover the biggest stories every single day, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's talk about why this happened. For the past few years, people have been saying superhero movies are dying. We've seen several Marvel films underperform compared to expectations. Audience enthusiasm wasn't where it used to be. Critics began talking about superhero fatigue, and even longtime Marvel fans questioned whether the MCU could ever recreate the excitement of the Infinity Saga. Then came Spider-Man. Tom Holland's Peter Parker has always been different. Unlike many recent superhero characters, Spider-Man has remained one of the most universally loved heroes in modern cinema. His films appeal to children, longtime comic readers, casual moviegoers, and nostalgic fans who grew up with previous Spider-Man actors. That broad appeal matters. Spider-Man isn't just another Marvel character. He's arguably Marvel's single biggest box office attraction. And Brand New Day proves it. What makes this achievement even more impressive is that Avengers, Endgame wasn't just another blockbuster. It was a conclusion of more than 20 interconnected Marvel films. It featured Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, and dozens of other heroes all sharing the screen. Most analysts assumed Endgame's opening day record would remain nearly untouchable because it represented over a decade of audience investment. Yet one Spider-Man movie has now managed to top it. That's remarkable. One major reason is timing. Marvel wisely positioned Brand New Day as a fresh beginning instead of simply calling it Spider-Man 4. The ending of No Way Home completely reset Peter Parker's life. Nobody remembers him. He's completely alone. That emotional ending gave Marvel something it hasn't had in years, a genuine fresh start. Instead of relying purely on nostalgia, Brand New Day asks audiences a new question. What does Spider-Man become when nobody knows Peter Parker exists? That mystery created enormous anticipation. Another factor is Tom Holland himself. Whether people love every MCU movie or not, Holland has become the definitive Spider-Man for an entire generation. Since debuting in Captain America, Civil War, he's built enormous goodwill with audiences. His performances combine humor, vulnerability, and emotional depth in a way that resonates with viewers. Even after nearly a decade in the role, audiences clearly aren't tired of him. If anything, they seem more invested than ever. Marvel also made an important creative decision. Instead of making another multiverse spectacle filled with endless cameos, Brand New Day reportedly focuses much more on Peter Parker himself and a more grounded New York story while still delivering blockbuster action. That approach appears to have connected with audiences who wanted Spider-Man back at the center of his own story. Then there's the marketing. Sony and Marvel executed one of their smartest promotional campaigns in years. They revealed enough to excite fans but avoided giving away every major surprise. In today's social media environment, that's incredibly difficult. Leaks happen almost daily. Rumors spread everywhere. Yet Brand New Day still managed to preserve genuine surprises for audiences. That helped create an event. People wanted to experience the movie before someone spoiled it online. The international performance is equally impressive. The film has already broken multiple records in overseas markets, including India, where it posted the biggest opening ever for a non-Indian film. Strong performances across global markets suggest Spider-Man's popularity remains enormous worldwide. Now here's my opinion. I don't think this record means superhero fatigue never existed. Instead, I think audiences have become much more selective. People no longer buy tickets simply because a movie carries the Marvel logo. They buy tickets when they genuinely believe the film is worth seeing. That's a huge difference. The success of Brand New Day feels less like a victory for every superhero movie and more like a victory for trusted characters and compelling storytelling. Spider-Man earned that trust. Marvel has spent years building Peter Parker into one of the MCU's emotional anchors. Fans care about him. And when audiences emotionally care about a character, they'll show up. I also think this sends a powerful message to Hollywood. Studios have often assumed that bigger always means better. More cameos, more universes, more explosions, more CGI. But Brand New Day reminds everyone that audiences still want emotionally grounded stories centered on characters they genuinely love. Sometimes the strongest blockbuster isn't the loudest one. It's the one with the strongest emotional connection. Another interesting consequence could be Marvel's future strategy. Kevin Feige now has undeniable evidence that Spider-Man remains the studio's safest theatrical bet. That could influence how future Avengers films are marketed and how much focus Peter Parker receives going forward. It may also strengthen Sony and Marvel's partnership. The relationship between the two studios has experienced public ups and downs over the years, but financial success has a way of bringing everyone back to the negotiating table. If Brand New Day ultimately reaches the enormous opening weekend projections currently being discussed, don't be surprised if conversations about another Spider-Man film begin much sooner than expected. Could Brand New Day eventually surpass Avengers? Endgame's total worldwide gross? That remains highly unlikely. Endgame finished with one of the greatest box office runs in history, earning more than $2.7 billion globally and setting records that still stand in many categories. Opening day and preview records don't automatically translate into higher lifetime grosses. However, that's not really the point. Breaking Endgame's opening day record is already a historic achievement. It's a reminder that even after years of changing audience habits, streaming competition, and constant predictions about superhero fatigue, a beloved character with the right story can still create a true cinematic event. Spider-Man has once again proven why he's one of the biggest superheroes ever created. Whether you're a Marvel fan or not, history was made this weekend. The bigger question now is whether this incredible start marks the beginning of a true Marvel resurgence, or whether Spider-Man is simply operating on a level that no other superhero franchise can currently match. One thing is certain, Brand New Day hasn't just opened in theaters. It's opened a brand new chapter for Marvel Studios, Sony Pictures, and the future of superhero cinema. If you enjoy movie news, Marvel updates, and honest entertainment analysis, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. We cover the biggest stories every single day, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Remember to drop your comments, like, and share. Thanks for watching.